Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing Altar Tron and just having some fun. But the idea here is we're trimming on the secondary combo pieces with Mere Kinsmith and stuff and going for maximum value, thinking that more cards equals more wins. So is it going to work out? We'll find out. The way that this deck is constructed, we have 3 Weather the Storms to try to buy time against burn. We got double crop rotation to get fast Tron, plus also hopefully work against Ponza. The 1 Reckless Fireweaver in the main for comboing. And the combo itself, we have just 2 Ashnod's Altar, which we'll find eventually, our 4 Golem Foundry. So we're skimping on those new cards with Mere Kinsmith, and then 4 Mere Retrievers for the combo, plus 8 Deadly Disputes. We've got 4 actual Deadly Dispute and 4 Reckoner's Bargain. That means we can draw 16 cards with these. And if we Deadly Dispute, if all of these hit a Wellspring, then we're drawing 8 times 3, 24 cards. That's a lot. Let's draw our entire deck, right? So the way this combo works, you have Ashnod's Altar, which says sacrifice a creature, add 2 mana. You have Golem Foundry, which says whenever you cast an artifact spell, you can put a charge counter on Golem Foundry, and you remove 3 charge counters to make a 3/3 Golem. Okay, so we use the sacrifice. We sacrifice a Mere Retriever, which costs 2 mana. And when it dies, it returns an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. We're going to return a Mere Retriever from our graveyard to your hand. So this is an infinite loop where we sacrifice Retriever for a Retriever, and then we play the Mere Retriever with the mana from Ashnod's Altar. So that's mana neutral. Goes infinite. We make infinite Golems, which makes infinite colorless mana because we can sacrifice the Golems. And then we have Infinite Storm for Weather the Storm. We also have Infinite Cast and ETB triggers for Reckless Fireweaver. We win the game. When we have infinite colorless mana, we can also filter that with Energy Refractor. And then Blood Fountain can be used over and over again. If you're in paper, you can just return a Mere Retriever with Blood Fountain. It says sacrifice it, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So these go back and forth forever and makes infinite blood tokens, which you can use to rummage through your entire deck. Or you can return 2 Mere Retrievers, and those 2 Mere Retrievers can return like Blood Fountain, Chromatic Sphere, back and forth over and over, and that will draw your deck as well. So it's a pretty sweet way to make that happen. Alright, sorted. Over here in the sideboard, whoops, well, the sorting is kind of annoying, but we've got 3 Krark-Clan Shamans to wipe the low to the ground decks, 2 Scattershots for fairies, 2 Smash to Dust, which also can be used for fairies, but help with walls and stuff. So we got really 5 anti-walls cards. 1 Ancient Grudge over here for relics. You can also use Smash to Dust for relics. And then later on, we'll have Cast into the Fire for relics and stuff. We got 3 Nile Spellbombs for graveyard decks and Flicker Loop decks. 2 Finger Marauders, 1 Weather, and 1 Serene Heart. Serene Heart's for Bogles. But Weather plus Finger Marauder usually helps against the mid-range decks. That's the deck. If you are interested in learning more about the deck, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/calicais. Hit me up with questions on Twitter, twitter.com/JakeALS. And you can also hit me up on Discord at calicais. And definitely like and subscribe. Leave me a question in the comments, and hopefully you'll enjoy. We'll see you in the matches. We're here in round 1 versus Eli Silva, who's a known burn player. Turn on our yields. We only have 1 land, so I'm going to mulligan. We're putting 18 lands in the deck to try to get them as fast as possible. This is pretty sketch. They kept 7. Hopefully with the Scry off the Grotto, we can hit something to Deadly Dispute. I'm going to keep it and put back a Golem Foundry and then play out the Crystal Grotto and see what's on top of my deck. Reckoner's Bargain we're going to have to put back and pass the turn. Now, if we don't find anything, Plains, huh? So they're on Heroic right now. Interesting. We find an Expedition map. So I guess we play out the map and pass. Pass again. So Heroic can go big pretty fast. And we're going to need Mere Retrievers to probably block here. Alright, 4 damage already. Swings in. Find an altar. So we can grab the mine. Question is, do we play the mine out right now? Doesn't really get us anywhere. Guess we play it. Pass the turn. Probably gonna die here. It was just too slow. I should have mulliganed again. Now they have 9 damage. Alright, we're just gonna scoop it up. Ah! My mouse died. Go to 4. Yep. That'll be it. Okay, going sideboarding. We're bringing in the Fang of Marauders and the Serene Heart because we have to get rid of their life gain eventually. And then cutting the Fire Weaver, just bringing in the Weather the Storms. Should be enough as is, you think? I think 2 Fang Marauders and 3 Weather the Storms should be enough, and then we can wipe their enchantments. Maybe the Serene Heart's not worth it. Have to go really big though. Reckless Fire Weaver can close the game eventually. Let's just do it this way. Get rid of the Serene Heart. Go for the Fire Weaver kill. We have some lands in the altar. I'm going to keep it. We're going to lead on Sphere. This is kind of a pretty medium hand again. But we have the 8 bargains, 8 Deadly Disputes in the deck. We're going to try to draw one. There's the Deadly Dispute I was talking about. And our opponent led with a Lagona Band. But on our turn 3, we can Deadly Dispute a Chromatic Star and draw 3 cards. Ethereal Armor hits the table. We're going to get smacked. Donk. Looking for Tron lands, so crack for black. We always want to crack for black before we draw because we could draw into the tower, which would make the mine tap for 2 mana instead. Deadly Dispute the Chromatic Star, looking for a tower. Find a crop rotation, so we can play land, tap it. No. Let's crop the mine for a tower. And then we're using our mana here. This taps for 3, so we play Star. Now we have 2 mana left over. Black. And we can Deadly Dispute. We find another tower. This Chromatic Star. Draw. Okay, we find Blood Fountain and Map. So let's play out the Blood Fountain. Draw a card. I'm going to discard this mine. Play out the map. And pass the turn. So the map, I'm going to want to grab the Crystal Grotto. They have an Ethereal Armor. It's not great. 6, 7, 8. So they're just going to kill us here. Unless we draw into a Mirror Retriever. Let's map for Grotto. Play the Grotto. See what's on top. We're looking for... Okay, Fangren Marauder doesn't do it right now. Wellspring. Draw a card. I think we just lose. Darn. Too fast. Yikes. Okay, on to the next. Round 2 versus Gift Given. Okay, we have to mulligan. Oh man. Crazy hands we're seeing here. I guess we're going to put back the Swamp. I'm going to keep this one though. We have a couple of scries. We can draw a bunch of cards. They mulligan to 6. Maybe my keeps have been loose. Okay, the Grotto is going to scry for us. I'm going to keep the Deadly Dispute, even though I didn't have a 3rd land. Let's see what our opponent is on. Okay, land destruction. Fun. That's definitely a problem for us. So we bottom that. We're just looking for lands. Draw a card. Chromatic Sphere. So if they don't land destruction us and we hit a land, we can go land, cracked sphere, Deadly Dispute, but it seems like not going to happen. We're getting a really fast few games in, huh? Boom. Classic Ponza mid-range. Pass the turn. Okay, we learned a lesson. Got to keep more lands in hand, because anybody can just destroy our lands. They're going to play out an Altasaur. No, an Arbor Elf, okay. Into a pirate. Reveals an Arbor Elf. Okay, can we hit a land? Take 6. Practice for black. Looking to hit a land. We hit a mine. We can Deadly Dispute this Wellspring. Find a Weather the Storm. So that's pretty good. 6, 7, 8, 9. So how are we going to win here? I'm going to pass and put back the bargain. Pass again. We're going to get hit for 9 right now. This turn we can go land drop, star, dispute the star, wellspring, which will get me 6, and they just blow up my land anyway. Wow. Wrecked. So we don't need the Fire Weaver. And what can we bring in? I think Clan Shaman is actually pretty decent at wiping the board eventually. Also could bring in the Fangren Marauders. So the idea is if we actually get to the point where the Marauders in play, they can't kill us. But I think if we get to the point where the Marauder matters, Golem Foundry, I think wiping with Clan Shaman would be better. Either way, not a great matchup, and you'll see. You'll see. So far, this has been the fastest league I've ever played with Altar Tron. We have to mulligan. We only have 1 land, even with the crop. Come on. Okay, we got a bunch of lands now. Put back land. Put back Deadly Dispute or map. Or Mirror Retriever. We're just gonna start playing lands and passing. They're gonna have a turn 3 or turn 2 Thermokarst. Let's see if there's a land on top. If there is, I'll just pass. Okay, we can pass the turn. Let's see if they blow up my mine. Because we have the mine on top. Okay. Play mine. Pass the turn. They play Jewel Thief. So here we have the option of cracking the map or just playing the land. Play the land, pass the turn. We have all these Deadly Disputes in hand, so I think we have to Deadly Dispute the map. Let's see if they have the turn 4 initiative. Okay, whatever. We'll go ahead and get a power plant. Pass the turn. Play our Mirror Retriever. Pass again. Retriever can block. They're going to blow up another land. So boring. What land are you going to blow up, though? It's so complicated. Oh, my colored source. Interesting. Boo. Oh my god. Sure. So we're just going to pass the turn again. Our opponent's going to play another land destruction spell, and we're going to go to the next round. I hate Ponza. Okay, can we play a game where we get to do stuff? We'll find out. Well, we have crop rotation for Tron. We have Star Wellspring. I'm going to keep it. And one part of this is like if they're on a removal based deck, we can go land, sphere, and then crack the sphere, play the Mirror Retriever, and then the Mirror Retriever can block and get back the sphere. Play the sphere and pass. Let's see if they're also on land destruction. Guess Ungiven's land destruction deck was kind of brutal. Looks like Affinity. Let's play this Wellspring. Could be Jeskai Ephemerate as well. That would be a huge problem. No, it looks like Affinity. They could play Chromatic Star. We're gonna go green. Draw into a tower. I guess I'm gonna just crop this right now for the 9. And then I'll have 9 mana next turn. Because I can play the tower into Expedition Map, get Power Plant, pass the turn. Affinity is usually a pretty good matchup for Altar Tron, but we don't have any colored sources right now. We're looking to rip an Energy Refractor. We could also play out the Mirror Retriever and let it die to get back Expedition Map to get a colored source that way. So that's what we're going to do. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to Deadly Dispute their Chromatic Star. Goes to 8 cards in hand. And now 9. What do you got? Blood Fountain? They play a Mirror Enforcer, which we will be blocking. Question is, do I want to get back the Sphere or the Expedition map? It's probably better to get the permanent colored source, but if we can finally get an energy retriever, then the Grotto won't be super good. They play a Wellspring and I guess pass the turn. They're at 6 in hand. They're going to play a Somber Hoverguard as well. Okay, first I'm going to attack. They're trying to decide if they want to let me have the Expedition map or not. They go for the no blocks. We play another Mirror Retriever and pass the turn. This gets kind of hosed if they have a Nile Spellbomb. They're going to now Deadly Dispute their Wellspring and draw billing cards again. If we ever draw a colored source, oh! We could also draw into an altar, but that doesn't seem that likely. Plays a Chromatic Star. This is the Luffy list with the Somber Hoverguards. They refuse to attack. Gets in for 3. So we're at 17. We find the star. Now it's happening. Chromatic Star. Black. We can now Deadly Dispute our Wellspring, draw cards. There's a Grotto anyway. Alright. Play the Grotto out. We've got colored sources. Golem Foundry on top, I'll take that. So we'll play the Wellspring, draw into the Golem Foundry, play the Golem Foundry. So they could counter it, but we have the mana to play through a Metallic Rebuke. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They could have double Metallic Rebuke, I guess. We pay. You want to use a treasure token as well? A 2 for 1 is fine, right? I think it's probably pretty good for me to have a 2 for 1. They're not going to use their treasure token. Okay. Attack you. Okay, put them to 18. So now what do I want to do? I'm going to play the Blood Fountain. And then we have to always yes to that. Alright, your turn, opponent. Hermes. So they play a Mistvault Bridge, a Thoughtcast, 6 cards in hand. If we find an altar, the game is over, because we can just play out the Reckless Fireweaver and win. Plays a Mirror Enforcer. They could have removal spells for the Fireweaver though. Krark Clan Shaman. Sure. Gets in for 3. Okie dokie. Right, so what do we want to do? Play Star. I'm going to crack it for black, because all of our card draw is black. Another Golem Foundry is good. Not really what we wanted, but it's still pretty good. Play a Star. Okay, we're say yes here. And then I guess crack it for green since we already have black floating. We could draw into a Weather the Storm. Tower. So now I can Blood Fountain away the mine, or I mean Blood Token away the mine. There's an Energy Refractor, which is awesome. Draw a card, and then we'll make some Golem counter tokens. Golem counters. Draw. Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, so I still think we want to bargain the Wellspring here, and not the Mirror Retriever. Another Wellspring. Okay, let's play this Wellspring out. Let's see if we find a Weather Storm. Draw. No weather, so we can just play out this Energy Refractor. And now we have 3 golems that we can make. And I'm still going to pass the turn, I think. Plan on double blocking and then getting back double Mirror Retriever. They're going to use the Blood Token and discard probably land. Yes, a Silver Bluff Bridge over here, and they draw a card. Go to 6. Island, or not an island. See the sign on. They play a Kenku. Okay, so they're going to hit us for 6. So they're definitely pressuring. If they have triple Galvanic in hand, we are dead. They attack for 6. So that's fine. We're going to F6. If they have the triple Galvanic, there's nothing we could do about it. We didn't find any of our weathers in the top half of our deck. But now that we have the energy refractors in play, we want to prioritize making our land drops for our Tron lands because they can turn into other stuff. And we find the altar, so it's GG. Red. Play the Reckless Fireweaver. No matter what happens, we have the win here because we can just loop. So we play the altar. And they take 1 damage. Okay. So we sacrifice Mirror Retriever. Get back I think I'm going to go for the Wellspring. And then sacrifice Mirror Retriever for Mirror Retriever. And make a black. Blood Fountain these two. Play it again. Fireweaver. Play Mirror Retriever. Then we're going to yield to that. Play another Mirror Retriever. Okay. They're going to use their Krark Clan Shaman to wipe their board. So we're going to sacrifice the Retriever for the Blood Fountain right now. Let's go ahead and just use this opportunity to crack a Deadly Dispute. I think that probably doesn't matter. Never mind. Sacrifice this. Get back the Blood Fountain. Sacrifice this one. So your Krark's going to resolve. Luckily, this barely costs us any time. Make a black. And then I have exactly enough mana to go ahead and get everything back with my Blood Fountain again. Black. Fountain back these two. It's just I really love the Blood Fountain recursion. Let's go ahead and crack these. Cracking our creatures. Making some red. Playing a Fireweaver. And then I'm going to just use the Blood Fountain so that looping is easier. Because if you have mana floating, it makes it really hard because you have to keep collecting all the mana. Play the Mirror Retriever. Opponent takes some damage. And then we'll just set up our windows to make it easy. Click over here. Easy peasy. Turn 8. Barely used any time on clock. No problem. Start a little bit of looping. So right now we have, you can count how many artifacts we can make from the Golem Foundries. We can make 5 plus 2, so 7. Just pay attention. Currently 7. We can also play the Blood Fountain for 2 additional artifacts to make things easy. Play another Mirror Retriever. Take some damage. Sorry. Now we are gonna... Okay, they're gonna scoop it up. That's fine. They realized that we were playing pretty quickly. Love it. We finally are getting our first game win. Not even match win, game win. I'm bringing in the Fangrins. I don't need the crops here. Second thing I'm thinking about is potentially the Ancient Grudge, and I'm going to cut a Weather. We don't really need Fast Tron versus this deck. They're a mid-range deck. We mulligan. 1 lander. Mulligan again. So I played 18 lands, man. Okay, I'm going to keep this. So what's the most important part of the deck, right? Mirror Retriever I don't need right away. I think I'd probably rather have the Deadly Dispute than Energy Refractor this time. So we're going to have turn 4 Tron plus this. Now it's going to be turn 3 Tron. Play the map. Alright, turn 3 Tron. And then start Deadly Disputing. They have a Blood Fountain. And we draw into a Chromatic Star, which makes Deadly Disputes better. We grab our tower. Opponent's turn. Play a Vault of Whispers. See if they go for a Kenku or something. We're going to play an Ichor Wellspring. So that's 6 artifacts. Mere Enforcer currently costs 1. If they have all 4 Enforcers in hand, they can play all of them right now. 4 cards. 1 Enforcer. It's only 1 Enforcer. We're going to crack the map for the Cycle land. And go ahead and cycle right now in case we draw into a Wellspring or something. We didn't. We play the Star. Pass the turn. Next turn we're going to have to lead on Grotto into Deadly Dispute. We're going to get hit for 4 and go to 16. It's Somber Hard Regard, so they've got a lot of pressure. They have 2 cards in hand, but they have a Deadly Dispute too, so now they're going to go to 4 cards in hand. Yikes. We have nothing but lands. We'd mulligan to 5. We take 4, go to 16. Next turn, we're going to get hit for 7, so we'll be at 9. We're nearly dead. Another Hover Guard, so that's 10 power in the table. And they play the Kark. Kark doesn't matter. I just need life gain now. Okay. I guess I'm going to play the Wellspring first to draw a card. We have lots of... I'm going to use my mana. Alright. Black. Let's see if we can draw another mana source. Fire Weaver. Not mana source, but colored source. Deadly Dispute. Fanged Marauder. Okay, so it looks like we're just going to 6, play 1 Fanged Marauder, and then play a Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. Next turn we can play another Fanged Marauder and crack the star and gain 10. We can also play out the Fire Weaver. I wonder if they are still keeping their now spell bombs in, or if they have them at all. They play a Wellspring, draw a card. They don't have any black or red mana right now, so I feel like it's safe to block, but then they can just crack 1 so that it's not really safe to block. So don't do it. We can block the Karkland Shaman though. They're going to crack a blood token and let me gain 5. Okay. Or not. As soon as they let me gain life, like, I think the game will be pretty much over. Who knows? Alright. My turn. Play a Refractor. Alright. Mine. Do we think they have a Metallic? They might have a Metallic Rebuke. Play another Fanged Marauder. Practice for red. So this gains us 10. So we have to go always yes on both of these before we hit the always yield, or it's really hard to click always yes. Go to 20. Draw a card. Play the Fire Weaver. They're going to counter that with a Hydroblast. Play Chromatic Star and pass. Did not expect Hydroblast. I only have 1 red spell in the deck, so it's pretty specific. Once again, we're out of any action, but we're going to be gaining 1,000,000 life. And once again, they go for the blood token and remember maybe it wasn't the greatest plan. If they want to wipe our Fanged Marauders with the Karkland Shaman, it's going to cost them 50 life gain on my side. They're going to go for it. Wow. 2, 3, 4. They're going to lose their Mirror Enforcer. Okay, we get 50 life. We're going to go to 70. They've got 2 3/2s. I'm not sure that's the wisest plan. Oh no. We're at 90? Oh yeah, because the Mirror Enforcer died too. And wow. Okay, they get in. They don't get in. You probably should attack with everything. That is all my Fanged Marauder, so don't have that plan anymore. Crystal Grotto, see what's on top. A Weather the Storm we don't need, so we're gonna pass the turn. They're gonna attack for 6 again. They have 4 cards in hand. We're looking for any of our Deadly Disputes. We've seen 1 so far in 20 cards. Okay, Golem Foundry will provide us a clock eventually. Play Tower and pass. They're gonna Deadly Dispute a land. And now we're even on cards. So they did wipe their entire board and gain us 1,000,000,000 life, but they do have 6 power. Eventually they can beat me down. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that before we win. Who knows? Attacks for 6. So now they have 10 power again, so it's a 7-turn clock. No, 8 turns, because we're at 72. Okay, Grotto. Guess we scry again. Take the Reckoner's Bargain. And I think I'm just going to Reckoner's Bargain the Energy Refractor right now. To gain draw some cards. We have the colored sources right now anyway. Play a Sphere. Then I'm going to crack that for black, looking for another way to cast a Deadly Dispute or something. Draw a card. Okay, find the Deadly Dispute, so we can play Mirror Retriever. And then Deadly Dispute the Retriever to get back the Energy Refractor. So we got our color sources back. Boom. And now we have a 3/3. We yield to that trigger, obviously. Draw some more cards. Okay, that's the game. Altar. Play Retriever. I mean, it's not GG. They could have another Krark, but it's not going to do very much. It's only going to buy them one turn. So now we just have to loop for a bit. They're spending their time, like, responding, so I'm just going to draw a card first, see if there's anything on top that I care about, but no. So let's just loop. Generally on Magic Online, I like to go for 30 golems. Come on, opponent. Okay, there we go. So that... my clock is, like, ticking all over the place. Kind of weird. But I will see you at the end of the loop. Alright, so we made 30 golems. We know they're at 20, so we need 7 to get through, which means it should be fine, but they could gain another 7 life. So they would go to 28. So we need 28 power plus another 9 power, which would be 37. So as long as we finish at 36 and they don't have a Krark, we should be okay. Alright, now I start passing the turn. We're going to pop out some golems on their end step. They Deadly Dispute. Draw some cards. Plays a land. They've used 2 Blood Fountains already. So they would need 1 more Blood Fountain to get back the Krark. They Reckoner's Bargain, go to 27, just like I thought. They probably should have blocked and then bargained first. Plays a Chromatic Star. If it doesn't win, they need a Krark right now. And if we find a Blood Fountain, then we can win that way as well. There's a Krark-Land Shaman. Okay. Alright. It's fine. So we know that they can wipe our entire board. So what we want to do is just put out some number of golems, like 2, 3, 4, 5. Pass the turn. That way, they're either going to take the damage, and it's going to be easier to win, or they're not going to take the damage, and then we can just pump them out at the end step. Would you like to take 16 damage? Or 21 damage? They're going to take it. With 6. 11, okay. I don't know. Counting's hard. 5 times 3, 15, 16. So I was right the first time. Okay. Grotto. If the Blood Fountain's on top, we'll sacrifice this to draw. I don't think I need that. Golem Foundry. We're going to always yes this other Golem Foundry. And I'm just going to pass. I put the Mirror Retriever out so I can just block the Krark. That way I don't have to pop out a Golem to block the Krark. They're going to play a Kenku. So that provides more pressure. Let's just yield until the next end step. No attacks, huh? Okay. Reckoner's Bargain for us. Let's swing out with the team. Yeah. Okay. So I could sacrifice the Golem, but I don't think it's necessary. We're going to take much damage. Let's Reckoner's Bargain our Mirror Retriever. And get back our Mirror Retriever. See what we draw. Double Refractor. Let's draw some more cards then. There it won. So all we need is the Blood Fountain. Draw again. We've already used our Polluted Mire, so Expedition Maps are bad draws. Wellspring. Okay, draw again. And a Mine. Pass the turn. I don't expect them to have anything to handle my Golem Foundries, but I still don't think it's wise to F6 here. We play a bridge for more things to sacrifice to the Krark. Might as well attack with the flyers. Okay, we're going to swing. Send in the team. We've got 5 attackers. They blast their attacker. They really, really, really want to go for the Krark here, but they have to block with it to live. So that will be fine for me. It seems like a waste. Okay, get back to Mirror Retriever. Play map. And then we'll grab our other tower. We got Blood Fountain is still in there. Play this and the Mirror Retriever, and we'll just pass. Maybe they're sitting on 4 Hydroblasts. Plays another bridge. And we win. Sweet. Round 4 versus Chaka-chan, who used to play a lot of Mono Blue. I don't know if this is going to be great there, but we're going to keep it. We have Weather the Storm if they're on red. Play out the star and pass. They're on Mono Blue. Find a crop rotation. So we might be able to get fast Tron if we can find another Tron piece here. Find a Reckoner's Bargain, which is good. I do like that. But are they going to get in and ninja me? It appears to be yes. Plays a Fairy Seer, so Tron piece here would be the best draw. Crack for green. Green. Okay, we can Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. If we draw a Tron piece, we can still get there. We did not, though. Play our Mirror Retriever. That way we can block the ninja. Not looking very good, though. Mono Blue is a really rough matchup, for sure. Okay, they do not attack with the ninja. But they have a big ninja, which is even worse. Are you going to play your fairy again? They do. Let's see. If we get Tron right now, we'd be fine. Deadly Dispute this, play the bargain, Golem Foundry. Okay, so there's Tron mana. Which means we can go Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Wellspring. Green. We're going to crop the swamp, grab the mine, play out Golem Foundry, Dramatic Star, practice for black, for red, play our Fire Weaver, play out our Energy Refractor, because that's what we really need to have in play. We're going to deal them a damage. So they're going to have to deal with this Fire Weaver to get their ninjas through, and we will be able to pump or push some golems onto the table. They might have a snap or a mutagenic. Looks like they might have it. I'm going to block the Deep Hours. This just means that they're not going to have the straight up card draw. Looting is still a powerful effect, but not as good as straight up card draw, obviously. They discard a Brine Barrow. Kind of expecting them to just counterspell this map with the Spellstutter Sprite, but they don't. Which means now I get to get a tower. So that's a mana neutral play for us. We can play a Wellspring. That could maybe get countered. They're going to let that happen. Play another Wellspring. And that is also going to resolve, apparently. Play another play Energy Refractor. This puts us to 2 golems. Do we draw anything else on map? Are you going to counter the map? No. Okay, so now I can just Weather the Storm. That's the turn. Just not going to F6 because they could have Echoing Truth. Here's a spot where if they have Smoke Shroud, we're in a bad position. Even snaps are bad for us, but they're going to get in for 1. Okay. So since our Reckoner's Bargains are instants, we want to wait till their turn to use them. I actually want to, my turn, crack the map for another tower. Just get that out of the deck. They play a Fairy Miscreant, so it looks like we probably should start doing stuff on our turn, because they only have one spell available. I don't know. Let's think about it. Depends what we draw. Crop rotation. Let's try cropping this mine. See what's on top with a grotto. Another bargain. Cycle. So they're going to counter one bargain. I think I'm just going to chill on it. To get in for 3. Okay. Turn off my upkeep stop. Let's play this star. Spellstutter Sprite for the opponent. They really wanted to use that Spellstutter Sprite really badly. So one of them is out of their hand. Do you have another one? They have a counter spell. You can't respond this time. Bam. Draw some more cards. We're drawing cards. We're drawing cards. Mirror Retriever. Now we can play the Chromatic Sphere. Sacrifice it for black. We're seriously going off here. If we find the altar, we win. Black. Bargain the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Play a Wellspring. Play a map. Feel like I should play the Mirror Retriever here. Pass the turn. Now we have a lot of power on the table. We have 4 3/3s that we can make and we can swing in. We have the Weather the Storm and the Wellspring. Guess we also want to stop on upkeep again to get our land. They attack with their flyers. Okay. Plays another Miscreant. Yikes. Plays an of one mind. So they have one card that they can, potentially 2 spells that they can play. We're going to hold control and make a bunch of golems. And then upkeep, crack the map. They snap a golem. Okay. Snap another golem. That seems like a waste. They wanted to do it before I could bargain the golems, but now they have 3 cards in hand. Power plant, draw. Play the power plant. Play a Wellspring. Draw a card. Draw another card. Good times. Okay, swing out. They're gonna block with a ninja. Okay, I'll put the ninja the deep hours first. They're gonna let them die? Plays a Brine Barrow, okay. Fair enough. I guess I could have seen that coming. Let's draw 2. Hopefully. Draw 3, I mean. They have 2 cards in hand. Obviously, there's a counterspell. Can we draw the altar? No. We draw a Foundry. Alright. And then we're going to play a Giant Weather the Storm and pass the turn. We're now at 48. They have 1 card in hand. So the way that they claw back into this game is by Ninja on their Spellstutter Sprite over and over. Actually, they probably want to Ninja their Fairy Miscreant to draw a lot of cards. Okay, they get in. See, they definitely should have Ninja'd the Miscreant, I think. But we have nothing going on right now. Spellstutter in hand for the opponent. They have a bunch of fairies in play. Play the Grotto. Blood Fountain. Sure. Pass the turn. Unfortunate thing is now we have to hang out and do nothing for a while, because we can't play into the Spellstutter Sprite. Alright, pass the turn. They've played 2 snaps so far. Here comes another ninja. We have to get to the point where we have a bunch of spells in hand to overwhelm them with. We're at 37, so we have some turns. Play the Crystal Grotto and Scry. Okay, that's a spell. Pass the turn. 5 cards for the opponent. They get in for another 4. No ninja this time. Another Fairy Seer. They can cast a bunch of counter spells. They've used 2 counter spells. 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay. Play a land. Pass the turn. Okay, they're at 6 cards in hand. They get in for 1,000,000. 6 damage. They use a hacker. So they could potentially have 2 spells here. I'm gonna pass. Plays the Miscreant, so they can only cast 1 spell stutter here. That's pretty good. Let's play Chromatic Star. They use the stutter. No. So we're gonna always yes to this. Crack this for black. Looking to draw a Deadly Dispute. We find a sphere. Okay, we can crack that for red. Doesn't really matter. Find a Mirror Retriever. Play the Mirror Retriever. Let's see if they counter that. Does give us more attackers. They're not going to counter it. Okay. We're going to swing. They can block the Mirror Retriever, but I'll just get back Mirror Retriever. We're going to try to eat the ninja. Okay. Will you attack? They have 5 power in the air. Swings out. Yet another ninja. Okay. We know they have 1,000,000 things in hand. They play another Fairy Seer, so they're going to scry before they draw with their Miscreant. Let's get some golems on the table. Pass the turn. Let's cast a Mirror Retriever. No. Swing out. They're going to block. Okay. They take 3. They go to 10. I'll play a land. Pass the turn. They attack for 5 again. Alright. You have another ninja? No. We're at 16. My assumption is they have at least 3 spell stutter sprites in hand. Golem Foundry. Let's swing for 3. I'm going to flash in a Brine Barrow and eat my golem. Okay. Pass the turn. I felt like we couldn't lose, but now we're getting wrecked. They're just going to attack for 5 again. Okay. We're really looking for the Deadly Dispute. We're at 11. Double Foundry. So we can cast a bunch of spells. Golem Foundry. We can make at least 2 golems. Spell Stutter Sprite. What? Saw it coming. Golem Foundry. Another Spell Stutter Sprite. No. They discarded a Force Spike before. Play Mirror Retriever. Counterspell. Okay. I'm gonna always yes to this. Play Blood Fountain. Wing. Right now they have 5, 6, 7, 8 power in the air. 9, 10, 11, 12. They might be able to kill us, actually. Man. I guess we need main deck breath weapons. It's ridiculous. Okay, they put another creature on the table, which means we probably die. This is 8. Block 2, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fair enough. We had so many Deadly Disputes. Still could not win. So I'm bringing in the Fanged Marauders and the Scatter Shots and the Smash to Dusts. Don't need the Fire Weaver. And I think I can trim down on some number of Weather the Storms. Don't think I want the crop rotations because they're a bit of a risk. So my main plan is to go off of the Ashnod's Altar plan. Let's just keep 1 crop in. I'm just turning into a bad eggs deck, basically. Will it be good enough? 4 ways to wipe the board. Got ways to deal with that. The Fanged Marauder helps us stay out of range, but... okay, we have a decent hand. We have turn 3 Tron, plus we have our colored source. We have 1 draw 2. We're looking to draw into scatter shots and a bunch of wellsprings, basically. They do nothing. Land. We grab our grotto and pass the turn. They're going to flash in the Brine Barrow Intruder and swing in and get us with the ninja. Other cool thing is that they're way behind a clock. Okay. Bash us. Miscreant. Gonna grotto here, looking for something to cast. Can't cast that. Let's pass the turn. Somehow they skip their attack step, which is A-okay. We're gonna yield until the end step. They get in. They're going to discard an island. Plays a Fairy Seer. I'm gonna crop my tower for a grotto. They spell Sir Sprite. That's fine. Really what I wanted was that out of their hand, but we still have to draw into something to Deadly Dispute. Play this map. Okay, the best case scenario here would be to draw into a scatter shot. We did draw it. I'm going to get rid of the Seer and the Spellsetter Sprite. They flash in an Intruder. Pass. Don't have anything going on again. They've got more ninjas. Mono Blue is just a terrible matchup, I think, for Altar Tron. Especially when you're not doing anything. Land, pass. We did have that good scatter shot, but just didn't get us there. They go on the aggro route. Yet another ninja. You have interaction. Man. We just drew nothing. Okay. It's a turn. Right now they have 4, 5, 6 damage. And that'll be the game. Ugh. Brutal league. Let's try to close it out. They're getting ranched. Round 5, trying to pick it up. Get at least a 3-2 or 2-3. This is a mulligan. Okay, we have Tron and stuff to do. I guess we just put back the map. I think this player's gonna be on Fae again. What do you think? Predictions in the comments. Mono red. Land. Okay, I mean, it's not the worst. Grab a mine. We're gonna go Golem Foundry, Golem Foundry. Next turn, Altar Wellspring. They don't do anything. Golem Foundry. Play another Golem Foundry. So we're getting some creatures on the table, which is good against a Cold Delta type deck. And then we get to play our Chromatic Sphere and pass. And we have to always yield. Red, black. Goblin combo? Nope. It's still a burn deck, but it's a different type of burn deck. It's a Madness burn deck. They're going to deal us 6 damage here. Bonk. And bonk. There it is. Gotta pay the 1. Okay. We're at 14. The value. Play the Wellspring. The draw card. Okay, that was a really good hit, obviously. Because now we get to Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. And what do we find? Crop rotation. You can play the Blood Fountain and discard the Mine. Let's go Grotto and see what's on top. Mirror Retriever. Okay. So we could play this Altar. With black for the Blood Fountain. Yield to it. Then I'm going to make a token and sacrifice it, discard. Discarding the Mine. Sacrifice this one. Play the Mirror Retriever. Sacrifice the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Wellspring. And then play the Wellspring. Draw a card. Grotto. Okay, that didn't help that much. Pass the turn. But this turn we can sacrifice the Fountain for the Mirror Retriever, play the Mirror Retriever, get back the Fountain, play the Fountain, discard. We're just looking for the second Mirror Retriever and Energy Refractor. Okay, they go for looting again. Probably going to discard another Fiery Temper, but they discard 2 lands. Not great for them. Chain Lightning. No. Can't do anything about that. We don't have the colored sources. Pass the turn. With a Grotto. Sphere's fine. Black. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Play it. And then sacrifice it. Get back the Blood Fountain. Play the Blood Fountain. And then we can discard. Probably just discard the Grotto now. Play the Sphere. And then make some creatures. And swing out. I don't think they can kill us from 11. We'll see. Faithless Looting. That's a good start. I mean, this deck should be severely favored for us post-board, because we have 4 Weathers and 2 Fangrins. Plays a Vampire's Kiss, we're at 6. So we're close to dead. That is for sure. They don't have Fire Blast online. They have a Chain Lightning. Okay, so we have to get there. Interesting. Tower. Step 1, attack with everything. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to crop the tower for a Grotto. I don't have a Grotto. Darn. Guess tower then. Black. Fountain the Retriever. I think we're dead. That's kind of disappointing. Play the Retriever. Back. Get back to Sphere. Sphere. Wreck it for black. Darn. They only have 1 card in hand, I guess. Okay, we're gonna swing out. And your turn. We're gonna die. 100%. Boom. 2 free. Alright. We did not do anything. We're going to attempt to do things. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Mostly just life gain. A bunch of life gain, and then a little bit of ways to combo. Here we go. We have a Fangren Marauder. Not sure if it's going to be fast enough. We don't have any ways to draw cards. We don't have any other fast life gain. I think this is a mulligan. Okay, we have land, map. We can deadly dispute the Retriever. I think I'm keeping. Put back to mine. Land, map. They're going to play a tap land. I'll play a land and pass the turn. Then on this turn I can sacrifice for a power plant, play the Sphere. Monastery. Okay. Let's go ahead and crack for our power plant. They're going to get in for 1. We go to 19. Play the power plant. Play the Sphere. Play our Mirror Retriever. So if they want to get in, that's okay. We can block and then go map, grabbing the tower. This is the kind of deck that plays stuff like Molten Rains and stuff like that. They have Fiery Temper plus Alms of the Vein. They could Fiery Temper my Mirror Retriever and then get in for 3. It's going to be 3 no matter what. So if they go face, it's 3. If they kill my Mirror Retriever, it's 3. They're going to take out the Mirror Retriever, giving me the map. So we're going to take 6 here. No, 7. Going to 12. But at least we have Weatherstorm in hand. It's in. Okay, so we can crop green. Crop this for a tower. Play map. Deadly dispute the map. Play this grotto. That worked out. Put that on the bottom. We can deadly dispute 1 more time. Deadly dispute this. Green. Cast Weatherstorm. On the next turn we can map for a grotto and then play the grotto, play the Golem Foundry and Reckoner's Bargain the Golem Foundry to gain 3 if we want. Swift Spear. Bro. Vampire's Kisses us. And Bolt. They're laying on the damage. We get hit for 6, and we're going to go to 16. Nailed it. Play map. Crack it for Grotto. Play the Grotto. See where we are. Mirror Retriever. I think I want that. Play Golem Foundry. And then let's Reckoner's Bargain the Golem Foundry. Gain 3 life. Alright, our opponent's going to looting and probably wreck us here. My deck is way too slow right now. I guess all these Deadly Disputes were just too much. So they discard 2 lands to the looting. Galblast Face. Puts us to, this is 6, 9. Chromatic Star. We can Retriever for the Retriever. Practice for black. Play a star. Let's Dispute the Star. Draw as many cards as possible. We're trying to draw into a Weather the Storm. We find Ashnod's Altar, but it doesn't really fix it at this time. Play a Sphere. Crack it for green. Because we can crop. Play star. Crack it for black. Deadly Dispute. We can crop this for a tower. Play the Mirror Retriever. Deadly Dispute it. Get back the other Retriever, I guess. Maybe that's not worth it. Probably it's worth it. Hopefully we draw into some life gain now. Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, play the Mirror Retriever. So what we can do is block and then bargain, which gains us 2 life, puts us to 11. They're going to discard. Hopefully they don't get value off this discard. Nothing. Okay, good. Loots again. No value again. What are you going to do? They're waiting to play. They're going to pay costs. Is it going to be an Angler? What's it going to be? Boldarin Epicure puts me to 8. They can Blood Token again. They discard another land. I'm going to block. I'm going to Reckoner's Bargain. And draw the Retriever. We draw another. Okay, there's infinite life. Few. Land. Green. Go Fang Marauder. Mirror Retriever. Ashnod's Altar. Sacrifice the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Mirror Retriever. So that should be the game. We just have to get to the point where we can close now. Do some loops here, and let's go up to like 50 life. They've scooped it up. Perfect. Thank you. We're going to try it again. This is definitely a mulligan, although it looks like it would have been sweet. Power Plant Tower. Okay, so we have a turn 3 Deadly Dispute. I'm going to keep putting back the bargain. We'll go Star into Wellspring, into Deadly Dispute, into Weather. Land, Star. Our opponent plays a Mountain and Vampire's Kiss, so they're going to be able to use their blood tokens for value. We Wellspring and draw a card. The Grotto's okay. They Galblast us for 4 damage. And they're going to discard a Kitchen Imp. Yep. So Kitchen Imp is like probably their best creature. It gives them value off their loot, and it's a recurring 2 damage in the air that we can't block. It's an interesting position here. I think we play the Grotto, see what's on top. Another star. Okay. I'm going to play out the Expedition map and pass the turn. If they go for a big chain of spells, we can respond with a Weather Storm, still draw into the Chromatic Star. If they don't have a big chain of spells and they tap low, they're going to Alms of the Vein us. They could have a Fire Blast. That's kind of concerning. So it's to 9 and then 7. Bolt plus Fire Blast would win, but I doubt they're playing Fire Blast in a list with these with the artifact lands. So I'm just going to risk that they don't have the Fire Blast. We're at 7. We'll play an Epicure. So we're not dead to Fire Blast anyway. Grab a Mine. Play Mine. For black. Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Draw a bunch of cards. Find Reckoner's Bargain. Play Mirror Retriever into Mirror Retriever. And what else? We can crop the tower for tower, or we can crop the grotto. That doesn't do anything. If we crop tower for tower, that's just one storm, and then we won't be able to bargain, but let's just do it. Green, crop, tower, grab tower, and then we can weather the storm. Yeah. And pass. So when they attack, we want to get back, I think, probably the star, or maybe the Wellspring. Wellspring is the most value. We're at 21 again. They only have 3 cards in hand, but they are going to draw off this Alms of the Vein, which is nice for them. Plays another Epicure, so let's see if they go for the attack with everything. No, they don't want us to get value. That's fair. Let's attack with the Mirror Retriever. Put them to 27. Not really making much headway here. Go star, crack for black, and then I'm going to bargain my Mirror Retriever, getting back the Wellspring. I want to draw cards. Play a Wellspring, and then I'm going to Deadly Dispute it. Looking for a Weather the Storm now. Okay, that's kind of nice. So now we can crop our Crystal Grotto for the last tower and go Refractor. Now we have extra colored sources. Refractor again. And play Mirror Retriever. Now we can Blood Fountain away stuff. We're still just looking for a finisher. Galblast to 13. They have a Fire Temper as well. So we're at 10 and then 8. We're going to go star for black into Blood Fountain into discard. So we'll draw a bunch of cards here. Guess maybe it's better to just play the Wellspring first. Okay, star, black. They have 2 cards in hand. We could be dead soon. Sphere. Crack for green. Nothing. Do I want a Grotto? Probably at this point. Deadly Dispute's good. So play the Blood Fountain. Then we can discard a Swamp. Go for black and Deadly Dispute. Looking for weather again. We find one. Yoy! Play the Refractor. Draw a card. Another. So we could play Sphere, or we can just go for a weather. I think I'm just going to play out the Mirror Retriever and then play the Weather Storm and attack. And then your turn. I'm at 32. You have 3 cards in hand. They go Vampire's Kiss back to 27. We need a way to close the game. We're at 23 cards in our deck. They're going to Fiery Temper us to 27. Everybody's at 27. But we'll be at 25 after the Kitchen In. If we find an Ashnod's Altar, we can loot the Blood Fountain a couple of times to get some blood tokens. Just to weather the storm. Let's play Sphere for black. So just get back the Mirror Retriever. Play that. Power Plant. Pass the turn. Attack you. Trying to deal them damage. 1/1/1 at a time. Okay. It's gonna go yield until next end step here. In case I want to pop up a Weather the Storm. They're going to Blood Token away a Mountain. And then Blood Token away Kitchen Imp. So they're gonna have 4 power in the air. Right now we've used 1, 2, 3, 4 of our draw 2s. I don't care about the weather, I think, this turn. Yikes. Pass the turn, we'll swing out. Except for leaving 2 back for blockers. They're attacking for 4. I guess 16. 3 cards in hand. Okay. Okay, we're flooding really badly. Play the mine, pass the turn, and swing for 2. What we really would like is for them to attack so we can block with both Retrievers and get back Wellspring plus Blood Fountain. Draw a bunch of cards. But they're not going to take the bait. They attack for 2 or 4. Moves to 12. We do have Weather Storms which we can respond to stuff with. So we're not dead yet. But now we have Astronaut's Altar, so I think they are dead. Okay, swing out. We have Infinite Storm now for infinite life. Play another land. Altar. Sacrifice this one for the Blood Fountain. Sacrifice this one for the Wellspring. Play the Wellspring. Okay, we draw a card. Black. Sorry for all the coughing, I've been a little ill. Go ahead and loot. Not loot, rummage. I always get those mixed up. There's the Golem Foundry, so now that is really indeed the game. Finally get to combo. We'll Blood Fountain back our Retrievers. That uses our mana. Play the Retriever. And then another one. Gotta always yield now. Okay. Easy day. Well, unfortunate losses in the beginning of the league. And Mono Blue, I feel, is very difficult to beat anyway. Not that I'm making any sorts of, like, what's it called, excuses. They appear to be waiting to do stuff. So what I'm going to do is just cast Weather the Storm, show them that they're dead. Since they scooped earlier, they might not want to hang around after that. No, they're good with it. Okay. Blood token, discard this. Okay. Let's go ahead and start looping. And they scooped it up. Alright. So where my list that I already was messing with, I already discarded. But I think the other thing that I was considering was like trying to go harder on the combo, so I'll try to figure out a list to do that. It's really hard to balance this deck because you've got to face Ponza and Mono Red and then also go long. So there's a lot of things to consider. I probably want to look to combo ASAP while having like lots of Weather the Storms and stuff. So we'll see. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the Patreon and like and subscribe and hit me up with questions. We'll see you in the next video.